homeowners were home. We'll hear from them coming up.
Plus, DoorDash giving a major boost to local restaurants impacted by January's wildfires.
And a new study shedding light on how weight loss medications like Ozempic can be most effective long-term.
Good Saturday morning. Foggy start to the day for those close to the coast. And we will see partly cloudy skies this afternoon as temperatures start cooling off. And some of us could see some showers, maybe thunderstorms this weekend. We'll talk about that coming up.
So, Casey, she'll explain in a moment. What you're saying is it might rain on our parade.
Oh, good one.
Right?
But bad one.
But bad one. But maybe not. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the KTLADT Morning News at 8 a.m. I'm Megan Tellis.
And I'm Lauren Lister. We thank you for joining us. Of course, we're talking about We Hope Pride, which is going to be streaming right here on KTLA Live tomorrow and airing in prime time at 8 o'clock tomorrow night for the first time ever.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So, Casey, what say you? Is it going
Look, it's a slight chance. So that means, look, West Hollywood bumped into the area that basin, and so there's a slight chance, meaning that in that area will tomorrow, but there's a big portion that won't see shower activity. So just know it's possible, but it will be most cloudy, which is the good news. So at least that sun won't be baking down, giving anyone a sunburn. We'll keep watching things closely for you, though, for tomorrow. 61 right now, still cloudy in Santa Monica, 67 in Santa Ana, 69 in Chino, and we do still have clear skies for those interior spots, desert and mountains, 72 right now in Lancaster. As far as clouds today, still very dense fog for some of those coastal spots. And as we head into late morning, early afternoon, we see an increase in clouds. So partly cloudy for most of us today. And again, slight chance of some showers this afternoon for areas like the LA Basin and our desert and mountain communities, with thunderstorms possible in those areas. Temperatures today, again, you'll notice a difference, a bit cooler than yesterday. 74 for Santa Monica today, 80 in Long Beach, 97 for Palmdale, 103 in Palm Springs today, and 76 for Big Bear. Back to you.
Casey, thanks. A group of thieves believe they're burglarizing an empty home before being stopped in their tracks.
The residents had just returned home from vacation, and a wild confrontation sent those suspects running for the exits. KTLA's Jennifer McGraw is live for us in the Hollywood Hills this morning, where, Jennifer, the attempted burglary was thwarted. Good morning to you.
Ladies, good morning. Yeah, they basically almost came face to face with the homeowners, not realizing that anyone was home. Take a look. Surveillance video from cameras inside and around the home catch the suspects jumping over that tall wall, gaining access, and using a crowbar to smash through one of the glass panels to unlock the door from the inside. What they apparently don't realize is that several people are downstairs. The homeowner even has a sign at the front gate that warns, "This house is protected by God and a gun. Screw around and you'll meet both." The homeowners say they did not fire at the criminals. The residents had just returned from a trip from Mexico and even waited to post pictures, and still they were hit.
How frightening is that for you?
Very frightening. Yeah, I felt very violated. And then after watching the footage too, it was 3 of them. I was more shook at the thought that if they came here when we weren't here and my 20-year-old daughter was here alone, that's what shook me up the most, you know?
I am just so glad that officers got here as quickly as they did.
And it turns out the homeowner's boyfriend actually speaking up, scared inches away. The home does not want to give her last name at this time. The entrepreneur and artist here with family saying she was grateful to be home and glad that thieves took off without getting anything. Now back out here live, the LAPD is investigating. Anybody who recognizes anyone in that surveillance video should call police. We are live in the Hollywood Hills. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Jennifer, thank you for that. A section of PCH in Malibu set to close once again about a week after reopening. According to Caltrans, the road will close just north of Big Rock Drive weekdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. to allow crews to complete emergency work. Crews will be removing and replacing a drainage pipe that was destroyed during the Palisades fire. That work is expected to completed early next month. Drivers should also expect flashing red lights at intersections and lane closures for debris removal, with speeds reduced to 25 miles per hour through active zones.
And DoorDash awarding $10,000 in grants to 20 LA area restaurants that have been impacted by January's wildfires. Local owners and civic leaders gathering at the site of the beloved Amara Kitchen in Altadena. The restaurant was wiped out by the Eaton fire. The grants, part of DoorDash's Restaurant Disaster Relief Fund, will now help cover rent, payroll, and even rebuilding costs. Since 2021, the fund has distributed over $2.5 million to small restaurants hit by disasters. And we hope all those restaurants get the help that they need.
For sure. Okay, let's go to Big Bear. A live look now where Fledge Watch continues. We are still waiting for Sunny and Gizmo to take their very first flights. Friends of Big Bear Valley say that could happen any day now. It's about 10 to 14 weeks of age that we're expecting this. So we have a window and we are in it. We've been waiting patiently.
Yeah, and from time to time it appears that one of the is really close to flight. I mean, check this out. For the first time, Sunny was attempting to take flight on Thursday. It was like up, and not away. We're going right back home. Okay, hovered for about 4 seconds. Gizmo stood by watching, perching, but went right back nest there. So I don't know what they're waiting for, but they like the drama, I think.
They're
of all of us
practicing, right?
sitting and waiting.
Yeah, I know,
Teasy
right?
tease.
And hey, for those who are watching in the 6 o'clock hour, to clarify, you heard some cows in
Yes.
the Eagle live
Tell
cam.
the story, yes.
There aren't cows there. That was a sound effect. And
Did
cows
someone think
and
that?
crows
You thought it was crows.
look very similar when it's spelled out. So hitting, but for a little sound effect action, it was actually the cows.
I thought you were going to say a viewer email.
No, we haven't
Saying
found
there
maybe.
aren't cows there, lady.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, we are very excited to watch that. That was cool. When I saw that video this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, then he was Shobble this week. He was like beside himself, so excited.
Can't wait.
We're
that happen.
almost gonna go.
Yeah, I still think they're going to wait till week 14, the last possible moment. I'm sure there's money on there, one of those gambling sites,
Right?
probably, yeah. All right, outside this morning, foggy start to the day for a lot of us. That's looking at downtown Los Angeles, so just know we're going to continue to see foggy conditions for the next several hours. After yesterday, downtown, well, it was warm enough to break a record. 96 was the high, so over 20 degrees warmer than we should be this time of year. 62 at LAX right now, 69 in Van Nuys. It's 67 and 57 right now in Big Bear. And our air quality, it's moderate for most of us. That's what the yellow means on there. There's still some green on there, which is good, but there's a lot of orange, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups. Winds for the desert and mountains and the Inland Empire will pick up as we head into late afternoon, early evening, and then those winds die down for most of us overnight. Now, this is post-tropical. This was the first tropical storm for the northern hemisphere this year. Still going to impact Mexico over the next day with some really heavy downpours, some strong winds, and some pretty dangerous surf. So we're going to get a surge of tropical moisture from that. I think by tonight, maybe even this afternoon, we'll start to feel that humidity. We'll see an increase in clouds, and because of that moisture surge, you do have enough instability. Storms are likely for our interior spots, mainly those desert and mountains, but we can't rule that out. We could see some showers later this afternoon also for some of these interior spots, including the LA. A slight chance. Again, with that instability, it is hard to predict exactly when or where. It's impossible, actually. A thunderstorm would pop up. Just know for those interior spots, we're going to leave the risk in there today and tomorrow. So mostly cloudy skies for our Sunday as temperatures cool off even more. But just don't be surprised by a shower tomorrow. Highs today, 97 for Lancaster, 94 for Newhall, 90 in Simi Valley, 87 for Fraser Park, 84 in Bell, 93 for Pomona today, 73 for Newport Beach, and in the Inland Empire, 95 for Riverside. So LA Basin will still be above average today. There's a slight chance that we could see some showers this afternoon, a better chance on Sunday. Temperatures pretty close to normal in the mid-70s to start the week, and then above average by the end of this coming week. Inland Empire today, 97, partly cloudy and windy. We cool off quite a bit tomorrow. It might feel a little warmer than 87 because of that humidity. You also have a chance of showers for your Sunday. San Fernando Valley today, 95 and mostly cloudy. Slight chance of showers for your Sunday as temperatures cool back into the mid-80s. For the high desert, it will be very windy for you today and tomorrow, even into Monday. Upper 90s today with a chance of some showers, possibly thunderstorms. Showers and thunderstorms are also possible tomorrow. Windy but dry on Monday. Temperatures for the high desert are going to stay above average all week. Ladies, back to you.
All right, Casey, thank you. Still ahead here, we are talking to AAA's Doug Shoup, friend of ours, friend of the show, about why this time of year ranks as the most dangerous on the road.
That's bad, but we are excited to see him. He's lovely. And also, these dangers are especially for teen drivers.